All right, welcome back. Quick update video on the Minion Jet, or the Viper Jet XXL. I've been a little busy. Had a Memorial Day weekend holiday thing going on, so that kind of ate up some time. And then I had to leave work the day after for a week. Got back last week and was just kind of chilling out and trying to get rolling again this week. To turn around and leave again Sunday for a week. That's my job. Goes from nothing to full blast, but it's okay. And I have a couple more trips added this summer, so they're trying to take my damn summer away, which I don't like, because just takes away from my pool time. So anyway, so I'm trying to get ready for Kentucky Jets, and it's the week after 4th of July. Like I leave for Italy 2 or 3 days after I get back from my trip to Seattle, and then so that's around the 19th. So we fly out of here on the 19th, and then get back on the 5th, and then essentially the following week is Kentucky Jets. So I want to get the F-22 flown. It's going to be a maiden. It'll have to be a maiden there, F-22 maiden, and the same for the Viper Jet. I'm starting to doubt the SU, but I'm kind of at a point now where the Minion Jet and the F-22, that are kind of, both of them are at the point where there's just final setup. So I might go ahead and start on the F-22 or SU-27. God, can't talk today. SU-27, and maybe I can knock it out, but we'll see. I'm running out of time. I may have to save that one for like Georgia Jets or something. Plus, it's possibly an LMT2 certification on that one, so we'll see. It's a little bit more involved than the LMT1. So, but anyways, let me give you a kind of an update. I'm gonna flip the camera around, strap it to my head, and show you kind of where I'm at, what I've gotten done before I go work out for a little while. And of course, the phone rings. I'm not gonna answer that. But so let me get this flipped around and show you guys what I got going on. So stand by. All right, head cam. All right, so as you can see, I've got the tail on. I finished up. I had to redo the wiring and the heat protection on the wiring, just because it was too short and I didn't have room to work and connect everything. So I basically detached what I had done in this area. I actually used some more of the fire sleeve stuff, and then I put a piece of the real thick, like legit fire protection just over the top area, because that's where all the heat rises, you know. So got that joined. The fit is okay. There's places you can literally see through the jet. Little thing, it's together. You've got set screw, well, a bolt, and then one on the bottom. And those just clamp down on the carbon tubes and hold the tail on. So that's done. And when you do that, you'll notice it gets very, very nose tail heavy, you know. So that's why, again, you need to kind of push as much as you forward as you can on this thing. I'm hoping that with the batteries all up here in the front that it works out. We'll just have to see, because I mean, I can move stuff further forward, but I don't really want to. But after that, after the tail, I went and I just started making leads and putting the ends on, as you can see here. I hope you can see here. Let me get my phone. Yeah, so, okay. So you can see all the leads. These are all the wires that are going to go into the power system. I had to make them for the 2 leads going to the wings. Had to do the tail ones. So I've got elevator, elevator, rudder. This is the this one right here is the light. This is what I've added for the cockpit lights. I also, after I did all the leads, I went back and made all the light leads and hooked up all the wires to the control box and ran the lead to the receiver, which will be for your control as well. I still have to, this one right here is for the battery. I'll have to make a longer battery lead once I decide on a battery. Probably will do a at least a 9.9 volt life, but probably a 11.1 LiPo. That seems to work the best for this many LEDs. What else? So all that's done, all the wiring is done and ready to hook into the DLP. And then after that, I jump to the gyro here. So the gyro is, I'm gonna go ahead and use a Cortex. So I 3D printed the holder for the Cortex Pro, put 2 pieces, I took a 1" by 1.5" piece of balsa, cut it in 2 and made 2 mounts and glued those to the bottom of the holder, and then glued that to the frame. I didn't want to put it up here because these boards aren't very rigid, so you want it to be a rigid mount, because if it's vibrating on these boards, it'll pick up and give kind of fault signals. This is a noise dampening box. So anybody that's run Cortexes, and you know, they're prone to pick up some noise when you go like full throttle on turbines. And Aero Panda started selling these little boxes, or whoever did, I don't know, maybe Demon did, but it's just a foam box. And this is the same stuff that I showed you guys before that I was going to put up in here and everything. So I just cut and made a little box, which is essentially the same stuff they use. It's just a foam rubber, and this is that dense foam. And I made a box, and it's going to sit just like that. And then I'll take a little, I can put a little hole in it for the window if I want, like theirs it does, and make a little slit for the top, for the wires to go in the top and come out the top. So that'll hopefully help dampen it. It doesn't do it in all jets, but I noticed in my A7 that it does it. You'll see the rudder kind of kick when you go full throttle on takeoff and stuff. It's so I definitely probably should make one for that one. But it seems the more the dense packed the equipment is, the more prone it is. It may not even be an issue on this one, but I figured, you know, it's cheap stuff. It's easy to make. You cut it with a razor blade and glue it with CA. So that is gonna go in, and I gotta make 2 leads to run from that up to the power system, and then of course the receivers will plug into that. And then that will finish up equipment install. So at that point, it is put the batteries in. I gotta work on the cockpit next, because yeah, that's got to be a little work, because I'm going to mount those in the actual canopy. So when you take the canopy off, those come with it, like I did on my last one. But I've got to take what I can apart of those, try to lighten. The panels are stupid heavy, and I've already talked about that. But I may need the weight for CG. So I'm going to paint the buckets gray, and the seats are going to stay that color. I sent a message today to Mr. Boyle to send me the new dash covers, because those were damaged and cracked and broken when it was shipped. So hopefully I'll get those, but I'm going to keep on. I can use what I got to kind of keep getting things cut, because I'm going to have to trim them some and mount them. But that's what I'm about to start next. So this is all essentially done. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple more leads made, and they're all going to run out here. This board's going to be kind of right here, power system's right here, so the wires are just gonna go boop, or if I want, I can put it right here and they'll just go straight, so all your wires will go under here. So kind of keeping it clean. You know, a few little items up here, nothing, not a lot. The rest of the stuff is, like I said, obviously down here, and I can get to it if I need be. And batteries, the plan is to mount all batteries up here somewhere, because I know it's going to be tail heavy just like my last one was. But it's almost there, and hopefully that tank is enough fuel for that big 300. Because I'm not running smoke, so I figured most of the time they use like a main tank and a smoke tank for their jets, but who knows. If I need it, I'll add another tank, but hopefully not. But that's it for now. Like I said, gonna finish up the wiring on this tonight, and then tomorrow I have an in-office day, but I'm only working 5 hours each day this week just because I'm gonna have to work weekends. So instead of them paying me time and a half for 24 hours, they're like, oh, well, we'll give you time and a half for 12 hours, and you can just only work 5 hours each day. I was like, so anyways, it is what it is. So you guys have a good one, and I'm gonna get back to it. Cheers.